Oh man! All right. For anyone that's not watching this on YouTube, I just let Brian finish his dance moves,
I was
so
doing a little dance.
that's why there was no words said yet.
Just laughter.
Welcome to News Across the Galaxy. We talk all things LA Galaxy. My name is Eddie. As always, I got Brian here,
What up?
Willis,
Yo,
Ed,
what up?
and Edgar.
What's up, everyone?
So this is the midweek edition where we're gonna look
Ooh.
forward
Wah,
uh,
wah, wah, wah.
to the game coming up this weekend. But first, a couple of things did happen. One, as expected, actually both expected. I guess the two things that happened. Remy's Kevin Cabral's brother Remy has signed with Galaxy Two.
Yep.
That's I mean that's cool, right? I guess. I mean, how much do we know about this guy?
That he's
Well, he really
about
likes
brother.
food a lot, and he runs a restaurant, and he loves ratatouille.
Oh no. Oh no,
Wrong,
Edgar.
is that the wrong Remy?
Yeah, no, wrong demographic. Little kids don't
Ron
listen.
Remy.
Oh,
He's the one with the alcoholic liquor.
sorry,
Ah,
Remy Martin.
there you go. That's more like it. Do you guys think he comes with the ear infection too, or no?
What?
Boo. That dislike that one a
Whatever.
lot.
This man.
He's into Cheez-Its. He's
Yeah.
into Cheez-Its.
No, you guys didn't like
All
that
right.
one. Cool. Uh, so, so it's getting a little more blue, white, and red than it is blue, white, and gold, huh? Because also this week announced was Sega.
Hmm.
So Sega, I forgot his last name. Somebody help me out here.
Koulibaly.
There you go, that guy.
Koulibaly.
That yes,
Everybody.
center back playing Division Two in France. Signed with the Galaxy. 24-year-old center back. Another French player, another Division Two player. How you guys feel? I mean,
Ligue 2. Ligue 2.
um, I think it's fascinating because I've mentioned before the connection that Vanny has, from his playing time for Bastia in France, and I figured, oh yeah, he still has some connections out there, but holy crap, he's bringing over the whole country.
yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, hopefully, some of these guys actually do better than Grand Seer is doing so far. I mean, you want the kid to do well, but man, so far it's just kind of like do something. Poke him with a stick. Come on, do something. But if everything Vanny has done so far for the team has been fantastic. I mean, top of the league right now.
Yep.
So I have a lot of faith in him. If he feels that Cabral is worth the TP slot, it's wait and see. And now shoring up the defense of Koulibaly, hey,
Yeah.
he must have seen something. He's a defender himself, so
Yeah. And with Grand Sir, I think we still got to give him time.
Time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah. He's still transition. Uh, it's very it's extra foreign, I guess, for him. Because you could be a Latino and come to LA, and it's an easy
Yeah.
adjustment, especially when, like in Chicha's case, you already had Jonah here, you have
Yeah.
Ephra. So I think with Grand Sir, we gotta just give it a little time. I'm not. I mean, I'm not really impressed with what I see yet, but
just
just
get
Yeah.
Alessandrini on the phone, man. Have him talk
Yeah, we gotta get the
to all
dreams
the French
back.
guys.
Get the
Yeah.
dreams back.
Bring him in
Yeah.
as
Why
a
not?
special
Can
advisor.
he can accommodate, you know, they can go through that process much easier because he
And
already knows
he's
the
gonna take
league.
him
So
to Jay Z's JC's service. No, not Jay Z. I'm sorry,
Kanye's.
Kanye service. My bad. God.
Kanye service.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
infection too.
he's gonna take all
Yeah,
the French guys out there. Ear infection.
the double ear.
He's gonna show him how to throw an LA sign, so it doesn't look like that other idiot.
That other very true.
But yeah, as far as Sega, first off, dope name, dope video. I don't know if you guys saw the video the Galaxy put
Yep.
out.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and we're a little dramatized when it comes to French center backs, but we're not exactly in the best situation with center backs right now. So, a little excited, but but with little caution.
Mhm.
I'm still not ready to love, especially back there. Obviously, we haven't seen Derek Williams uh, yet,
Mhm.
so hopefully this kid is the real deal. I mean, 24, he could be a starter for us for years to come. So
Yeah. He also played for
He
the
has
French U20 as well, right? These French players that come up from the youth, uh, look at the last World Cup. So he could have been
yeah.
part of one of those processes. So, he can come out here and show out.
Hopefully,
I'm good with
that's
that.
what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, this is just one of those
I think
wait
he
and
will.
see.
I think he will. I mean, from the little clips that we've seen, and obviously they're highlights, but
Yeah.
even in the highlights, you can, especially as a defender, I think as a defender, those highlights really does highlight your best attributes. And as a defender, for him to be able to make those type of passes, it doesn't matter if you're playing in League On or in League Two. Those type of passes are not easy to make. So those are the type of things you look for, at least in highlight videos for a defender. I think it's more telling than it is for offensive players.
Yeah,
So
how
I'm excited.
fancy you sound saying League Duh.
League Two.
reminds me of Hot Shots, but
Hot shots are good.
damn, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. What is that? What's Hot Shots Part Two? I'm not that old. So, hey, you guys want to make Willis happy?
Yes,
Ooh,
make him
please
happy.
make my day, baby. I've been
So,
waiting for this.
Drum roll, please.
so we're stacked with center backs. We're running out of international spots,
Say,
so something had to give, right?
Hmm.
I think we all expected this, but I can't say I expected it this soon. So there's rumors out there that Willis's favorite, Giancarlo Pipo Gonzalez, will be shipped out to Alajuelense in the summer. That's I mean, it sucks.
win-win, baby.
We
It's a
expect
win-win.
we expected more. I think it's a win for in both sides. We ex-
Exactly.
yeah, he gets to go home. We offload a heavy, expensive contract and get the international
International spot.
spot. But it sucks because we had high expectations. We see, as U.S. fans, you see what he did to us with the national
Mhm.
team. His little time in Columbus, he seemed to be respected in Italy. I forgot what team he played for. Uh, you know,
Bottom.
yeah, gave him the honored him by giving him the captain's band in the last game. So it sucks. It sucks that he never lived up to that hype. But oh well, Sega
Well,
time.
yeah, he actually did for one game. For one game, this guy was a freaking all star, and that was like the game after he had a baby or his wife had a baby. Remember?
Oh yes.
He
He did have a good
played
game.
lights out, and I was just like, dude, can you play like that every night? You be
Hmm.
freaking MLS all star.
And he said no.
He's like, he's like, no, eso es mucho para el poquitico.
The thing with me is you see how Chicha's having a revenge season
Yeah.
under new management and everything. We didn't get to see that Giancarlo Gonzalez. And to what Eddie was saying, I mean, we've seen him destroy us with the U.S. national team and all that. So it could have been something to look forward to. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You want to say
I
your
mean,
piece or you're good, Willis?
okay. First of all, it's not my fault that I hate him. It's his fault. Okay. With
Oh,
the way he was playing, how how can you justify paying him that much and him taking an international spot? So obviously, as a person, I don't know him. It's not that I hate him as a person. I just don't like him as a player.
nice guy.
That's why. See, like, he probably is, and he's probably dope, But let's just call it what it is. Like if you're not playing well, then why are you gonna be in a team? And that I feel like that's what the coaches have is feeling like. We're paying this much money. We're spending that international spot. First of all, he's injured, injury prone. What exactly are we getting from our players? What exactly are we getting from him? So they're ready to move on, and I'm happy that they are because man, did he piss me off a lot of times.
Try not to smile too hard,
Plenty.
Willis.
Plenty
I'll
of
try.
times.
I'll try.
Alright. Well, somebody that will be here this weekend, Kevin Baxter reported that Chicha and Jonah should be okay for this weekend. Right? So let's move on to this weekend. Let's take a bit of a look at our opponents. So this Sunday we're gonna play against the Seattle Sounders. The last two games we played were kind of our opponents were unknown, I guess you could say, right? A bit of the unknown. Miami didn't have any preseason. New York had a lot of players we weren't exactly familiar with. But Seattle, I think we know pretty well. This year, years past, uh, they're coming off a tie and then destroying Minnesota on week one. What do you guys thoughts? How do you guys feeling going into this game? First off, any people that worry you on the Seattle's squad that could oh, and keep in mind that they came out that Lodeto should be ready for Sunday as well.
I mean, listen to the way that we're introducing Seattle, first of all. And this is before any of us even like say anything about them. And all of this, and this is without Jordan Morris, you know,
Yeah, that's a
and
big loss.
it's a big loss. And they're still like freaking deadly. So, what do you think, Brian?
It's just year after year, these guys are there to compete. They contend. They always. I don't know what it is about them. Even if they have like a bad start, they'll end up getting into the playoffs. And it's been like that, just that gritty team that we've seen for the past couple of years. A player that worries me a lot, and because of the people that we have in the back, is Rui Diaz.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a lot of chances. He's gonna have a lot of space in between our CBs, which we've let 4 goals in already in 2 games. I think that's too much. Yeah, we're outscoring the other team, but letting those 4 goals in, that's a little bit too much. Especially if you want to be a team that contends. You want to contend, you got to play some defense, and you're gonna have to slow down Rui Diaz, probably the top three striker in the league. So it's
Yeah.
worrisome for me.
Worrisome. Yeah. I think like you said, with even without Jordan Morris, man, they're stacked. They're just stacked, man. And their sub Will Bruin actually plays pretty well. I saw them play this last weekend. Uh, I I think they're vulnerable though. I've seen their defense and it's not the greatest right now. And like Brian said, they get off to slow start in the season, so this might be a game that we may be able to steal some points.
Ah,
There's a chance because they're playing a new formation for that same reason that they don't have Jordan Morris.
gotcha.
So they're playing a 5-3-2 now instead of playing a 4-3-3,
Yeah,
which the coach has been trying to implement for a while, but hasn't been able to. And they're starting it now this season. So maybe we catch them in one of those off nights where they're going in between motions of switching these formations. So I hope we can do something with it, but we'll see.
and if this is the first time you're listening to us, I'm sorry because I'm gonna make it sound like well, most of us are making it sound like we're scared, but but with reason. So you're playing on turf, right? Which it's never great. You're playing against a coach that knows the league too. So this isn't there's nothing new to him. He's gonna adjust and figure things out, and it could happen against us. The game against Minnesota, I was watching it with Bryant. It was I think it was like 1-1 or no not 1-1 because I don't think Minnesota scored like 1-0 I think, right, and it took a golazo for Seattle to score at halftime.
Yeah,
Oh
Well,
yeah,
Minnesota was
yeah.
putting up a good fight.
yeah, and then all of a sudden
After
fucking
that,
yeah, and
They,
I think when
yeah.
Bruin came in, it changed the whole game, right?
Yeah, that
Uh,
made a big difference.
yeah, and they just adjusted and got us. So that's one thing that scares me because Spencer is a pretty smart guy, right? So I mean, let's face it. We just talked about our center backs, right? Center backs are not the greatest, at least not the ones we have right now, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna start with the same guys. So I think they're gonna see their chances. They're gonna expose us more than we're gonna expose them, right? Uh, it's I mean it's hard to see who's gonna stop Rui Diaz, right? We could get into a shootout, right? And
Who's
maybe
stopping Chicha, bro?
Ooh,
that's what I was gonna say.
Shootout.
We could get into a shootout and maybe escape with the point or steal the game. Would I bet on it though?
hmm.
Not really.
Funny
You
you
know,
should say that.
um, there's and besides Rui Diaz, we mentioned Will Bruin, which is to me, I thought that he was kind of washed up because some of his best times was playing for Houston. But look at him now; he's still a productive player. Uh, they obviously know how to utilize him and get the most out of him in his limited role with the team. But they also just got Freddie Montero back, and look at that, he scores a goal in his first game back. Um, and then they got their one of their DPS, Joao Paulo. Actually, I think he's well, yeah, it's one of the three DPS. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean they're pretty stacked. So Galaxy, they definitely have their work cut out for them. It's their first real test to see what the team is made of, and the funny thing about saying that is that we still haven't seen our full squad. We're still missing Cabral and Derek Williams, and the guys that we mentioned also, Sega and somebody else I might think of
Remy
is
Martin.
well,
No. Right.
but still Galaxy's top of the league, and I'm sure Seattle's looking at us and saying like, yeah, we're gonna slap that smiley off your face, yeah. So for I do expect Galaxy to go in there, like Vince McMahon, with the strut. I don't think so, but to get a road point, oof, that'd be amazing. It's a tall task though.
The only reason I could see a tie would be because of Bond. I think we actually have a keeper this time around. If we have a fighting chance, it'd be because of him.
Okay.
But
Okay. Well, let's why don't we get into that, to the Galaxy side of it? What do
Good
you
side, baby, the good side.
what do you think are the key factors here? Key players. What do the Galaxy got to do? What's the game plan? If you're Greg Vanny, uh, what are you doing? How are you going into this game?
Um, well, so far getting the ball to Chicha has really worked out for us because Zubac has done enough to either attract attention or do things differently. He's doing a lot of different things that we didn't see last season, and credit to him because he has adjusted, or at least they've given him the right type of advice, so he's made the correct adjustments. And although he hasn't scored yet, he's come close, and Pete and Chisha has been there to poach those opportunities, so that's good. But I'm still waiting to see how productive Leggett is going to be because he just came off being with the national team where he's an absolute beast with
But
the
we don't
national
have but
team.
we don't have legit in this game.
Oh, that's right. I
So
forgot about
suspended.
that. So there you go.
that's the player you were missing earlier.
But in that case, I want to see how Araujo is going to step up because last season he was providing some offensive punch, running up from the back on overlaps, and I want to see if he's going to be able to do some of that. I want to see if Jonah can finally snap out of his funk. We
Hmm.
Wearing the captain's armband is a big responsibility because obviously you're leading the team, you represent the team. When you have arguments with the ref and all that stuff, but you're also expected to go out there and demonstrate why you deserve that armband, not just as a leader on the field, but also on the score sheets. And Jonah hasn't been himself for a while, and I'm wondering if his role has been diminished internally, or if it's just nagging injuries or something mental. We discussed this last time, so I want to see Jonah step up. I want to see him um, prove that he's earning that DP slot, so that Seattle doesn't just focus solely on Chicharito and if Zubac's in the starting lineup, on them two, but they have to actually look over the shoulders and like, hey, oh, Jonah is actually stepping up. Let's pay attention to him as well, and that'll open things up for everybody going forward in that final third. So
Hmm.
it's a lot of what is.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know
it's
what
a really good
is.
team. It's a really good team. In order to beat them, you're gonna have to catch them off on a bad night. I don't see that happening this weekend. But if there were to have a chance, it'd be mostly with the possession. In these last two games, we've seen the guys be able to keep some of the possession, right, and then give it to Vasquez, who does the magic from there. So if they could keep doing that and dictate the tempo from the beginning and not let Seattle breathe at all, I think we could have a chance. Because either way, we still have our back line. So I don't see us not conceding any goals.
Right.
But if we want a chance, keep possession and getting those chances to Chicha will be our best bet.
Sure. I mean, that's at least for me. I think that would be the game plan. What Brian said. Keep possession and this game, I think, is going to be one in that middle. It's going to be one in that midfield because Seattle, everything they do is run through their midfields. If we can find a way to stop their midfields from creating, then I think we can win. We can win. We can win this game. And that's going to take, like Edgar said, it's going to take Jonah to step up, man. Jonah's going to have to step up big time for us to be able to at least tie. And I also think offensively, Zubac and Grandsir are going to be big. Not so much running the wings, but I think they need to come in behind Chicha's runs because he's going to have all the attention on him. So if somebody like Vasquez or Grandsir or Zubac can make that second run in, and somebody feeds them the ball, I think that's a way that we can score. I think that's how I see that how vulnerable they are because that's what happened in the last game that I saw against Chivas. That's how they were getting them, and they were attacking pretty well. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think we're gonna steal some points.
All right, hold
I
that
really
thought,
do.
hold that thought. All right. Well, again, I give a lot of respect to Seattle's coach Smetcher. So he's probably gonna attack our wing where Grand Sur is, right? So I think the middle is obvious. It's obvious it has to be one, especially if Lodeiro comes on the pitch. Then one of these kids is gonna grow up. Whether it's Harvey or Saldana, they're gonna grow up in this game.
El Tacuache cut has to grow up, bro.
But I think actually another key player, big player in this game, is going to be Villafana, because as much as he sucks with the U.S. and I hate him because the way he sucks with the U.S., Roldan does a lot of work for that Seattle team, and he's going to be running on his side. So that's another guy. You know, if say the middle is holding it down, they're going to go out. They're going to go out to that wing. So Villafana and Grand Sur, they need big games. Grand Sur on the offensive side as well because Chicha's gonna get that extra attention. Only one goal this season from us is not by Chicha. So somebody else has got to start putting him away too. Unless he's gonna shatter that record, somebody else has got to start scoring. So yeah, to me, I think that wing is vital. If Zubac starts on that wing, yeah, you know it's been great with Zubac, but we know what he can do, right? It's not going to be every game that he's going to come out and does that. If he does, fucking great.
Do we?
He tries hard
What
every
he can
game.
do?
No, he does. He does.
What he does, he tries. That's what he does. He
No,
can do
but-
that every game. Doesn't mean he's good, but he
No,
tries.
but as we've seen him do some stuff that he hasn't done before, though. Or
Yeah.
at least he hasn't done since he was in those dolls.
And let him be. He came out in the highlights, bro.
You know, he's in maybe
The skills highlights.
Hell yeah, so
Zubac is
excited.
like maybe Zubac's like that little baby giraffe that's finally growing up. You know,
Finally learning to walk.
yeah, finally learning to walk after like
This little
stumbling around.
taquito.
Imagine
Closed his mouth for once.
Imagine when he learns how to
Oh,
play
good,
soccer.
baby.
That's gonna be great.
Why you gotta do your boy like that, man?
Oh, man.
I hope he
You're about to
listens.
get a tat. You're about to get his tat.
Yeah, dude, that looks worse on me. You know, I end up getting that tattoo when the funds come. You know, it's going on my leg, bro. I'm never gonna get anybody else's face. Zubac can be on my leg. I'm a man of my word. That money,
Oh,
that
it's
tattoo's
gonna be
funded.
glorious.
I'll get it, but I'm not paying for it. Anyways, back to the task at hand. So, all right. So you got your game plan. You got your ways of either you think you got to beat. Sorry. You got your game plan. The way you think you got to come out to beat Seattle. Now the question is, who do you put on the field? Who do you start with? Who wants to go first? I'll start it off for you guys. Bond and goal.
Are you sure you want to give Cleany this one?
Let's do it.
Throw him to the wolves.
You deserve a shot. That's fucked up.
You deserve a shot, buddy.
Go ahead
You
and
know,
win us the game.
baptism by fire.
So let's see. Bond at goal. You have Depew, Stairs at center back. Villafana left. I would start Fisher. Start Fisher on that right. We're gonna need that calmness in the back and some veteran presence in the back because the team that we're gonna face against, you know, they're pretty good offensively.
Yep.
I put Jonah and Harvey in a CDM. Like Willa said, this is gonna be played in the middle, and it's gonna be hard fought in the middle. You're gonna need somebody strong in there. I give Harvey the go. You have Grandsir on the right, uh, Zubac out left, Vasquez as cam, and then Chichadios up top.
So you're making two changes from the last game, basically.
Yeah,
Two changes, yeah,
two changes.
makes sense because I mean, I love Adam Saldana, but that last game, man, he had a rough point in that first half. And those are the type of mistakes that Seattle, they get them, those are going in the back of the net. It's not like New York that couldn't take advantage of them.
Yeah.
And also because Harvey is just he's a much bigger man. So I feel like Harvey and Jonah in the middle. Okay, well let's start with Bond. I go Steris, Depew, center backs, Yafanya out left back. I think I still start Araujo, but have him on the quote unquote short leash.
Seattle's
Uh,
gonna drive him nuts, man.
yeah, that's the thing though. That's why I'm giving him the chance because I feel like he's the much better defender, more athletic, and he can guard that wing perfectly if he stays in position. But that's another story. Jonah, Harvey in the middle, Rancier out right, Zubac out left, Vasquez and Chicha. Same lineup except for Oracle in the right back as Brian. So I think that's gonna be the winning formula.
He said winning formula. Okay.
Wow. Um, I think I would swap out Saldana for Harvey.
Mm.
Um, I just feel like bringing Harvey in gives him an opportunity to do something unprecedented against Seattle. Saldana, I think, needs to take a step back and maybe come in as a sub later on in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Grant Sir would be ready for a match of this caliber.
Interesting.
But I'm curious to know if maybe O'Neal Fisher would be a better slot in there, just because he's he was really good in preseason, and you want to give Seattle like something that they're not expecting. But I don't know. I have a feeling that no matter who we put out there, Seattle's still just gonna be like, yeah.
So that's not the winning.
Venga con daddy.
You could put Bond and Klinsman in the back, and Seattle's still like,
Gonna give him the
we,
old Ruben Stutter.
we like these odds.
Yeah, you can play with 12. It's all good.
Like when Seattle hits the field, you're gonna hear Braun.
Oh shit. Wait,
Everybody went.
me. All right, so it's gonna sound like I'm hating because I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah, you put Klinsman.
I'm,
Fucking Eddie.
no,
You gonna take out stairs and put in people?
hell yeah. I'm a,
Bro, don't do this to me.
nah, I was about the obvious because I said I'm hating, but I think the back line. So my back line is gonna be via Fania left. Center back's not gonna change. I don't think it's gonna change. So that the new guys are here and they're ready. Right back, it's gonna be O'Neal Fisher. Why? Because if we can escape with anything, I think there's defensive mind first, right? So I would start in the right mid Araujo because he's done it, and he's defensive. So that's why I start Araujo at right. CDM is tough, man. CDM is tough. I want to go Harvey, I do, but
Yeah.
the thing is that it's also going to be a pacey game, right? And I think that's one thing that Saldana has over him. I think for Edgar says he needs to take a step back. I don't. I think it's the opposite, dude. I think you already gave this kid the start and the confidence, and to pull him out would probably hurt his morale. So I think if you let him work through it, so I think you start him next to Jonah. You start Grand Sir out left because
Hating ass, bro. Hating ass,
Because
bro.
no, hold on, I'm not done though. Because it's same thing. This guy has to get that form going, right? And he has to be introduced to this thing we call turf. Because there's
Oh, I thought you were gonna say soccer. I thought you were gonna say soccer.
Football.
yeah, and then Vasquez at cam, and of course Chicha as a striker. But if the game goes long enough, and it's scoreless or it's close, no reason why Zubac can't be the super sub again. Game
Yeah, well,
changed what he did in Miami.
that's one of the things. That's one of the things, though. I think that's going to play a big role. The subs.
Yeah,
I mean, we obviously we're doing the starting lineup, but I think the subs for both teams is going to play a key factor because both coaches know how to use their and tactically they know how to switch the
yeah,
game up. So
yeah. Well,
it's going to be a
to
chess match,
to what Edgar said, you throw something out there that didn't expect, right? So they're expecting a Zubac thing because, I don't know. I'm sure Smetcher, being the smart guy that he is paying attention to us, right? And he's like, okay, Zubac is this new, even though he's not new, new entity that the Galaxy have, and he's doing all these things, great things for him. But all of a sudden, you're like, what? Well, he's not starting, and you have to adjust on the fly, and then he comes in as a sub, and then you have to adjust again to what you originally planned for. So yeah, I mean that's how I would come out. Do I think they're gonna
chess
come out like
match,
that?
baby,
Yeah.
chess match.
If they come out with the lineup I came up with right now, I'm gonna go for my coaching license.
I'm down.
Yeah, seriously, we've romanced about this for a long time, but
Yeah, I know.
Vanny pumped the brakes. We think we're doing fine, right, Willis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave
Anyway,
them there for now.
before we head into Seattle, what happened to everybody that was all like, yeah, Robbie Keane for manager?
Oh no! As I started digging, you started digging, and other
Remember?
people started telling me stuff. I'm like, you know
Fucking
what?
Diglets. Fucking Diglets.
Let Keen get a little more a little more experience, and then let's put a pin on it. We'll come back. We'll come back around to it.
Come back in 10 years.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. All right, guys. Before we get to predictions, as always, I like to look at the odds because I'm a betting man
Yeah.
now.
Ooh, all of a sudden.
How bad is it, Eddie?
So they got Seattle negative 190,
Ooh, favorite.
and then they got the tie at plus 310, and the Galaxy winning at plus 450. Over under 3.5 goals. I think
It's money, baby.
I think
Lot of scoring.
I'm gonna be honest. They're usually outrageous. I mean, the payout's outrageous, but I think not popular opinion. Vegas might have this one right.
Really?
Yeah,
Me,
I'll go first. I'll go first because nobody's gonna like this, right? I think we're learning, right? This team is learning, and the defense is definitely learning, giving up a lot of goals. It's gonna be a little ugly. I think
Little.
there's gonna be moments where we're gonna be reminded of last season again because it's gonna be a learning experience. So I'm gonna do my best not to get upset, but I think it's gonna be a 3-1 loss to Seattle, and so it goes over. It goes over to 3.5. Seattle gets the win, and just so I get a little love from some people, I'm gonna say that Zubac scores that one goal.
how if he's not playing?
He's coming in as a super sub. I just said it.
Maybe.
For every goal that Zubac scores, the Humane Society will donate $5 to the Eddie Zubac Tattoo Fund. Why that Humane Society? I don't know.
I think I'm going to piggyback on that with Eddie. I don't see this team or our Galaxy team. Well, I don't want to say I don't see them because we saw them twice and, they surprised the shit out of us. But the fact that we're playing Seattle in Seattle, the turf, Jonah and Chicha came off with a little injury last time. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go our way this time. 3-1, we take that L. But it's all right. It's a learning curve, and I like it. I wouldn't be mad with it.
L for learning.
See?
Stephen Frey is a really hard nut to crack.
That
dude.
too.
But I think that I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna boil down to a slugfest. Our defense is gonna let us down, though. I don't see the Galaxy winning. I see us losing 3-2. I'm gonna give the benefit of a doubt to Zubac scoring a goal. You never know. Maybe Sasha will bang one in again. But
There you go.
or Vasquez will finally get on the scoreboard. but just a little bit more positive. 3-2 loss against a very worthy opponent. We
Mhm.
got to be
Yep,
honest. So here, another thing that to keep in mind though is that the Galaxy roster we're looking at right now won't be the same one we're going to see on the field a month from now. So,
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah,
there's no
Learning
reason
curve.
to. I mean, if they lose, there's no reason to panic. Obviously, I mean, it's nice being at the very top of the league right now, but we still haven't seen the full evolution of this Galaxy team, like Cell and Dragon Ball. It's evolving every week, man.
Sheesh.
Perfectly said.
hey, by the way, Brian, you didn't give us your goal scorer. I don't think you did.
3-1. Oh, my goal scorer.
Yeah.
Hmm. Nah,
He's
Chicha. It has to be Chicha.
gonna say Jonathan Bond.
Nah, it has to be Chicha. I don't know
Three
about fantasy.
three zero. The
You,
keep
you
the
really
keeper
think
comes up
Chicha
on
can
a
keep it
corner.
going,
Oh shit.
right?
You know what though? Actually, I mean, he can at a 3-1. We can literally create one chance the whole game, and Chichas is feeling himself that much. I think that he'll just bury it, and
I,
that's how ugly I think it's gonna be. We'll probably get one look at goal, one or two looks.
no, mijo. No, sí, no. No se puede con ustedes, man. Nah, I think the best bet here is the over. I think it's going to be, like Edgar said, a slugfest. This is going to be a back and forth shootout. Good old fashioned MLS shootout this weekend, Sunday. Be there. And
Man,
I think we're going over the 3.5. And I think we're getting the tie, 3-3.
Ooh.
oof.
That defense is shaky. I'm telling you, their defense is shaky. It's not the same. It's not the same Seattle defense from last year. I'm
Have you
telling
seen our
you,
defense?
it is also not the same one from last year.
True.
It's gonna be a slugfest, and I think we're gonna take a point out of there.
Hey, what if people scores a goal for us?
Then he can leave.
My God,
he,
no quarter given.
he has my blessing to go.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be
Nah,
as
sorry.
it wouldn't be as that bad of an exit, I guess, right?
I guess. I'm kind of.
I'd give him one of these. Like, hey, leave. Thank you. Bye.
I don't know if we should be I don't know how to say it, but we're not giving our defense enough credit, are we?
Eh,
Those 4 goals that they
I
scored these
No, I
past two
think
games,
we're giving them
has it
just the right
been
credit.
has it been because of the defense though?
well, it's the thing is that,
It's
Yeah, of
been
course.
mental errors and
Yeah.
then weird
and,
situations.
and, and not only that, but it's nothing new. You still have Stairs, who's the main guy back there. It's not
And
like it's not
he's
like
been the better defender from the two center backs.
I put
Nah,
He's
nah.
done a good job. I mean, he had a
he's
couple
just a
of.
veteran, bro. Because I mean, he's seen it all. I think that's the reason why he's in there because he's seen it all. So he at least
We've seen it
kind of
all.
knows. He kind
We've
of
seen it
knows
all.
what he's kind of what
Okay,
to do.
let's back it up for a bit
Yeah.
because we mentioned the defense, right, and the goals that they've given up. Think about all 4 goals. The first one is a very questionable offside goal, right?
Hmm.
It goes in to 2v1, and they score. The second goal, that was the penalty, right?
Hmm.
Penalty.
And I mean, Higuain is so sneaky, right? Was he? I think he was the one who earned it, right?
No, it's Pizarro.
Oh, it's Pizarro. I'm sorry, yeah, and that was sneaky, but at the same time, like I was saying, like I was saying during that podcast, um, as a defender, you don't reach back like that.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
like playing with fire. So mental mistake. That's the defense's fault. But then we come back to the New York game. That first goal. Um, trying to think, how was the first goal
He got
for
caught.
New York?
Saldana gave that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Just
mean, that
lazy
was
pass.
that was just really stupid defending. I remember I got mad at Araujo too because he just stood there like kind of like a cutout, letting him run by. And then that second goal by New York, that was just damn. um, I mean, a lot of people have been discussing whether that guy from New York actually meant to do that by bringing the ball, hitting the ball with the outside of his boot, and bringing it over across to his teammate for the goal. But that's a difficult play to convert, and made the game a lot more exciting. But how many of those goals would really go into the net midway through the season with our defenders like already running on full steam? What do you guys think?
If it's these guys,
Yeah.
If it's these two, it wouldn't be these two though.
Well,
It'd
that's why.
be
That's
Kalabali
exactly.
and Derek Williams, right?
Yeah.
That's who we hope we see.
they're
But
better.
I don't think we're giving our center backs right now enough credit because even in that first game against Miami, I don't think they played bad. It was just those two lapses that they had.
What was that lapse? I mean, was
But
that
it
a new
wasn't like
fit?
how we seen it last season, where it was every time they would try to play out from the back, they
Could
would
somebody could
give it
somebody
up
could
bad.
somebody remind me how many saves Bond had against Miami?
Yeah, a lot. Well, also we have a bad
Six,
goalie. We have a bad goalie.
7 or 8, I think it was. So
6.
I
Oh, 6 was his last one, right?
I think so. That's the thing, Brian. That we've seen this already. It's not like Steris is the new guy coming in, and
Nah.
we're waiting for him to develop or, uh, you know, see what he does in the system. We've seen Steris in countless systems, bro.
Hmm.
Steris,
He's
Countless.
looked his best now. That's all I'm
That
saying.
means you can't count them, Bryant. Countless.
uh, stupid. No, this wasn't his best. That little run he had with Romney with Kinnear's first run
Mhm.
was the best we saw.
You're right. You're right.
So, yeah, not enough credit. Nah, I think we've given just enough credit. I've seen enough. Time to move on.
Yeah,
People's
I'm ready to see Derek Williams already.
people's leaving. Guess who's on the top now? Steris, you're the new people.
Damn.
No, no,
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Yeah.
they're all going.
I mean, that's the pecking order. That's the pecking order.
Siani's gone. Shelvick's gone. Felcher's gone. People's
Oof.
gone. Now,
Damn, that list, bro. Woo.
now you got Steris, bro. Steris is your last one.
It's just
Last
gonna
of
be
the
like that scene in
Mohicans.
Apocalypto where they bring all the people up to the, to the sacrificial table and they rip their hearts out. And Steris is next, and he's like,
There is his
oh.
name. Will he be
And Rui
saved?
Diaz is looking down at him.
Don't trip. Rui Diaz is gonna rip his heart out this weekend.
Oh,
I thought Brian would laugh harder at that joke, but all right, it's cool.
nah, I think Brian's channeling all the energy from that Cosmo beanie behind him.
I
He's getting
am.
his angry vibes on, baby.
Look at that.
Cool.
He's
Go
looking
say
at
Game
you.
day.
So if you're listening to this and you came here for some positive vibes for this game this weekend, we
Psych.
apologize. it's just keep in
I
mind.
got you, bro. I got you with the tie.
Yeah,
Don't
you
worry.
got you with
I
the
got
tie.
you.
Hey, the positive is that we're not gonna get shut out. So hey,
There you,
There you go.
there you go. Positive is this is Steris' last game.
damn.
But again, dude, it's we're learning. This is new. Seattle's established. Respect to Seattle. I mean,
Yeah, but fuck him. Yeah.
but yeah, it's gonna be rough. I think this weekend. So don't keep your head held up high if we do end up losing. Plus, what do we know? We're news across the galaxy, so we might be totally wrong, and we just go out there and destroy this team.
But,
Imagine.
this is a good. I mean, I don't want to say Seattle is a warm up, right? But it is a good training ground. It's a good warm up for the following match. And I don't want to get too far ahead, but we know who we're facing in 2 weeks. But get you start playing against Seattle, and you get a good, you get a decent result, even if in a loss, sets you up for the match coming up, 2 weeks from now. So. That's another positive right there.
There you go. We're resting everybody. You heard it from
Let's
Edgar.
Load management. Load management.
Anything else before we go, guys?
Get
I think we're
vaccinated.
good.
Get vaccinated. There you go. All right, cool. All right, thank you everyone for listening. Make sure to share, like, whatever helps us spread the word, spread this podcast. If you're looking for me, you can find me as Eddie Nags on Twitter, Instagram, and whatever else social media exists. Because I'm getting old and I forgot already.
On Parlor.
MySpace.
Not TikTok. I can't.
You sure you're not on Parlor, my friend?
I don't dance. Right.
The loop. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter and PSN as Brian Snags. Edgar.
You can find me on Twitter as Edgar Nags. And whoever the heck told this guy to come up to me and ask me for advice on MLS information and kits. Wow, thank you. I didn't know that was the source, but I appreciate it.
He's the Eminence Kick guy. He's the guy. He's the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the guy.
That's the guy.
You can find me on Twitter as Willis with the U underscore 89.
with
So
the with the U. Nice.
Willis with the U
We lose.
is
All
we
right.
lose.
All right, and we'll see you on Sunday. For Brian, Edgar, Willis, my name's Eddie. We won't get up out of here. Till next
That shit was
time.
fucking
Pollo
trash.
frito
Keep
galletito.
on nagging.
Keep
Sega!
Yeah, yeah.